So with War Thunder having a little over 2,000 vehicles in the game, it makes sense that some of them are to be considered either super rare or ultra rare vehicles that are completely unattainable by the normal masses. But first, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys 5 of the rarest vehicles I own in this game. So with that being said, let's get started. Oh, and one more thing before we go ahead and get started, please keep in mind that I will only be talking about ground vehicles as opposed to some aircraft. And yes, I understand that I don't own some of the most rarest vehicles in the game, such as the E100, which will be absent from this list. So with that being said, let's continue. So for number 5, I went ahead and chose the American T-30, a 6.7 heavy tank, which was first released during the 1.85 Supersonic update as part of the 2018 Festive Quest that ran from December to January of the following year by gaining the 10 Christmas toys for tankers. It's very similar to the current event that we have right now. It does feature a 155mm gun, shooting a decently reliable APCBC and a massive fragmentation round that has nearly 7 kilograms of explosive mass. Now, it does shoot also smoke rounds, which is very unusual for this caliber of gun, but it does make the vehicle incredibly unique. It is also still available on the player market, but you're going to be throwing out a little over 200 Gaijin coin, at least from the time of this video's recording, in order to acquire this vehicle. So I would say tread lightly with that wallet. And for number 4, I went ahead and chose the AEC Mk.II, a vehicle that was introduced during the 1.7 update La Resistance as part of the 2017 Festive Quest, which spanned from December of the same year to January of the following, and was acquired by obtaining the 7 Tankers Christmas toys, which is very similar to the event we currently have going on right now. And seeing that it is a British wheeled vehicle, it does feature a 57mm quick firing cannon that can fire a solid round, and it does incredibly well even in significant up tiers thanks to its mobility and very reliable gun, alongside having a tremendously wonderful amount of mobility for the type of vehicle that it is. Now, this vehicle is still available in the marketplace, but you're going to have to shell out a little over 1,500 Gaijin coin to acquire this battle rating 3.0 vehicle. I wouldn't really say it's worth that much, but to those who have incredibly deep pockets, it may be worth looking into for sure. But if you are, man, you guys are crazy. Anyways, off to the next one. And so for number 3, I went ahead and chose the American version of the Merkava Mk.1, a vehicle that was first introduced into War Thunder during the update 1.89 Locked On, and it was one of the top reward vehicles for the Battlefield Engineer crafting events. And seeing that this was one of the first Merkavas to ever be introduced into the game, it still fires today the M111 APFSDS, which is comparable to the DM23105, sitting at a very comfortable BR of 8.7. And yes, it was one of the more difficult vehicles to acquire because crafting events back then were a lot more difficult than they are now. And the vehicle is still available on the marketplace, but it is going to set you back a little over 100 Gaijin coin. But for a battle rating 8.7 vehicle, I wouldn't really recommend it, seeing that 8.7 usually likes to get up tier to 9.7 and fight all those terms. And trust me, this vehicle isn't exactly efficient against fighting against those types of vehicles, at least not for the time being. And for number 2, I went ahead and chose the BA-11, a vehicle that was introduced during the 1.95 Northern Wind update as one of the reward vehicles for the World War Season 2 Attack from the Sea. The BA-11 is a Mad Max looking vehicle, which happens to be a rarity for the Russians, seeing that they don't really get wheeled vehicles, at least as of the time of this video's recording, because who knows, we may be getting something very soon. However, its firepower may be slightly lacking, as it's entirely respectable for the BR, plus it fires every 2.9 seconds with an aced crew. And yes, the vehicle is available in the War Thunder marketplace, but it is going to set you back a little over 1,100 Gaijin coin for a battle rating 1.3 vehicle. I wouldn't really say it's really worth for that purpose, but if you have the deep pockets for it, by all means. Before we go ahead and get to the number 1 vehicle that I currently own, here are some honorable mentions. The M60 AMBT, a 9.7 quick and powerful vehicle with outstanding optics and firepower, and it is the most mobile M60 in this game. And yes, it is available on the marketplace, but it is going to set you back a little under 400 Gaijin coin. And for our last honorable mention, the Russian KV-2 model 1940, as it's basically a KV-2 with a coax machine gun. That is really it. Now, I would say this vehicle is available on the marketplace, but it isn't for sale. It is there, you can see it, but no one is selling theirs. So this vehicle is definitely one of the most rarest ones you could find. And for the number 1 spot, I went ahead and chose the German Ersatz M10, a vehicle that was introduced during the 1.75 low resistance update as part of the 2017 Festive Quest event spanning from December of 2017 to January of 2018, and it is considered to be one of the rarest vehicles in the game. Now, when it comes to the Ersatz M10, it is basically a Panther A and a Panther G just combined without having that really big cupola, and it does have some decently okay-ish armor, seeing that it is a little bit spaced out, but it's not something you can really rely on. But it is most certainly a very pretty looking war crime tank. So there you have it. That was my top 5 rarest vehicles that I currently own. And I understand that there are several others that I do own, such as the IS-7, the Excelsior, etc. But those vehicles are surprisingly more common than you would otherwise think, at least for their respective BRs. However, this is where I leave it to you as the viewer. Feel free to jump down into the comment section below and share with me your top 5 rarest vehicles, or hell, even all of your rarest vehicles that you currently own, and maybe you can even one-up this list. And while you're swinging on down there, don't forget to check out the description for a couple of things. One, my 3% discount link, which does support the entirety of this channel and my live streams, as well as the Patreon if you guys want to go ahead and get some more behind the scenes stuff. As you did say, I do show my face on there, as well as my Twitch stream, so if you want to go ahead and check those out, and it's an easy way to support me as a creator as well. And as always, thank you guys so much for checking this out. I hope you did enjoy everything, and again, let me know exactly what you guys think, and I will see you not only in the next video or even the streams, but maybe in my next top 5 vehicles coming out in the near future. So as always, happy grinding, and I'll see you next time.